I'm not nervous about the New York Knicks losing Game 6 at the Garden Friday night. It's going to be electric. If it come to that, Molly, let me tell you something. You got New Yorkers so hyped. Some of them don't want the Knicks to win the night just because they want the Knicks to win at the Garden Friday night. That's how epic that environment is going to be. Have you seen Knicks fans when they win a playoff game? Have you seen me? When we win a playoff game? Now, we're talking about a series clinching victory that propels us to the conference finals at the Garden at Game 6 on a Friday night where most people got the weekend to look forward to. Ain't even a weeknight. It's a Friday night at the Garden. Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something right now. I'm just thinking about it. I almost get goosebumps thinking about it right now. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. I want them to win the night because I respect Indiana. And I think Indiana can beat the New York Knicks. I'm not saying I'd pick them to do it. I'm saying they can beat the New York Knicks. Do not sleep on them. Do not underestimate them. But I have no concerns if the Knicks lose tonight that they're going to lose in a Game 6. So assuming they're healthy, nobody gets injured tonight. If they're healthy and they go to Game 6 at the Garden, it's a
so
wrap.
you prefer them to win in New York?
It's a wrap.
I love you guys so much.
Wow, strong thoughts from Stephen A. Myth. However, this mythical take may age very well depending on how Game 6 plays out for the Celtics and Knicks. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about Stephen A. Smith guaranteeing the Knicks to win Game 6. With the series heading back to Madison Square Garden, the Knicks have a chance to end a drought that they have experienced since 2000. Remember, the Knicks are now one win away from advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. Will the Knicks reach the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2000? Believe it. I truly believe the New York Knicks are going to come out of Game 6 with a win. I actually agree with Stephen A. Smith here with this take on the New York Knicks. I know Stephen A. Smith is being an absolute homer when he is raving about the New York Knicks, but I actually agree with the answer Stephen A. Smith is giving. Why is that? Jaylen Brunson is an absolute dog, especially in clutch moments. Obviously, the New York Knicks are equipped to play clutch basketball. The Boston Celtics, on the other hand, are not equipped to play clutch basketball. Have you guys seen what Jaylen Brunson is accomplishing? I understand that the Celtics absolutely blew the Knicks out of the water in Game 5, but you guys have to understand that the Celtics were going to show every card possible in Game 5, knowing that they were going to more than likely be eliminated if they did not show every card on the table. The Celtics hit a million threes, and also Luke Kornet had the game of his life. He had 7 blocks. That's not going to happen again. If I'm the New York Knicks, this is how I'm adjusting for Game 6 for the Luke Kornet issue. I'm taking a lot of floaters, and I'm not getting super close to the rim. I'm not letting Luke Kornet take over the game on the defensive end of the floor. We all know Jaylen Brunson has the ability to score 40 points at any given time. Get Jaylen Brunson in a rhythm, and he's going to make things happen for the New York Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have to be a difference maker. That's why the New York Knicks trade for Karl-Anthony Towns before the season started. A lot of people have been critical of Karl-Anthony Towns for not being a playoff performer. I've agreed with that take at times. I need to see more from Karl-Anthony Towns. He's getting paid a lot of money to play like a superstar, and he hasn't quite frankly played like a superstar. But I predict Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be a productive player in Game 6. I believe this game is going to be close, but ultimately, if you keep the game close, Jaylen Brunson is going to find a way to get his team a win. The New York Knicks are about to achieve something that hasn't been done since 2000, which is going to the Eastern Conference Finals. They were incredibly close to that achievement last year. The only reason why the Knicks didn't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year was because of injuries. I also want to show you guys this clip of Kendrick Perkins talking about what Jaylen Brown needs to do in the absence of Jayson Tatum. Jaylen Brown had a pretty productive Game 5 performance for the Celtics last night. Obviously, Jaylen Brown is going to need to continue playing like that moving forward, especially without the presence of Jayson Tatum. I actually agreed with what Kendrick Perkins had to say, which does not happen too often. This is a rare good take from Kendrick Perkins. Roll the film.
Hell no, this series is over. I'm not saying that they're going to lose this game tonight. I think Celtic pride kicks in. But again, the Knicks are going to close this series out, whether it's tonight or at home. But I'm looking at the first 3 minutes of this game is going to tell me everything that I need to know about the Boston Celtics and whether or not they're ready to get on that plane and go back to New York and compete in Madison Square Garden for a Game 6. I'm going to be looking at their energy. I'm going to be looking at their physicality, and I'm going to be looking at their leader and now best player on the team since Jayson Tatum is hurt. I'm going to be looking at Jaylen Brown. This is a moment for him right now to rise to the occasion to show the world why when we mention Luka, Jayson Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, we need to mention his name. He was, pissed off this offseason for not being part of the Olympic team. And now this is one opportunity for Jaylen Brown to put this team on his back and not only get Game 5, but actually try to go and get this series being down 3-1. It'll speak volumes of, who he is as a player, and he's able to shine. The stage is set. Is he ready to dance or not?
Good job, Kendrick Perkins. That was not a take I expected Kendrick Perkins to say, but you know what? I got to give Kendrick Perkins where credit is due. Jaylen Brown needs to step up his game, and he did exactly that in Game 5. If the Boston Celtics want to win Game 6, they're going to need Jaylen Brown to put on an absolute masterpiece. Obviously, if you're the New York Knicks, you've got to run the Boston Celtics off the three-point line, and you've got to make the Boston Celtics take bad shots. I got confidence in that happening. Tom Thibodeau is considered to be one of the best defensive coaches in all of basketball, and I don't expect that trend to change in Game 6. Do I think it's going to be tough for the New York Knicks to win? Absolutely. I believe the Boston Celtics are going to play one heck of a game in Game 6. They're going to give it their all. It's going to be super competitive. It's going to come down to the wire, but ultimately, who's the best closer in this series? It's Jalen Brunson, especially with the way how Jalen Brunson is shooting the basketball right now. I'm not doubting Jalen Brunson. He's on an absolute heater. I know some people like to call him a foul baiter, and that's certainly a fair criticism to give for Jalen Brunson, but you know what? Being a foul baiter is part of the game in basketball right now. Jalen Brunson is just taking advantage of the rules in the rule book, and Jalen Brunson is going to be an absolute gamer. There's a reason why Jalen Brunson won the Clutch Player of the Year award. It didn't happen by accident. He's already shown his ability to hit clutch shots on numerous occasions for the Knicks. I believe this game is going to be tied up at 112 late in the fourth quarter, and Jalen Brunson is going to hit a buzzer beater that will be remembered for the ages in the city of New York. He's going to hit a game-winning floater. That's how they're going to win Game 6. The final score of this game is going to be something along the lines of 114 to 112 Knicks. I'm certainly excited to see how Game 6 is going to finish out. I know Jalen Brunson is going to put on a masterpiece performance for the ages. Jalen Brunson is going to hit a buzzer beater shot. I cannot wait to see what Jalen Brunson puts on for Game 6. It's going to be an absolute performance. Stephen A. Smith is absolutely right about how Madison Square Garden is going to be rocking. I expect the fans to be super loud, and home court advantage is a real thing. I expect the New York Knicks to use home court advantage to their fullest extent. I expect Josh Hart to be great on the defensive end of the floor. He's going to continue getting a ton of rebounds. I expect high-level effort from the New York Knicks, and although this game is going to be close, I got the New York Knicks closing this game with a win behind the back of Jalen Brunson. He's going to bring the New York Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2000. I'm a believer in the Knicks. I'm going to continue believing in them. So that is why the Knicks will reach the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2000, as the Knicks will beat the Celtics by the score of 114 to 112. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking. Like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That'll be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.